There we go. Mindy. Mindy. Oh.
Could you speak? Speak.
Oh, yeah.
Speak. Sit. Could you talk? Shh. Talk to him. No, talk. Talk. Mindy, talk. Could you talk? That's better. Talk. Could you just talk? What's he doing? What's that? What? What's that?
Mindy.
Mindy. She's staring at.
Mindy. There you are. Smile. Smile for the camera.
Speak.
Oh, yeah, you're so beautiful.
Speak.
You're so beautiful. Also get a shot of Mike's legs, show Dennis.
There we go. There we go. Here, reveal the rest of it.
Where was Annie?
Well, I figured he would, for camera, she was going to swallow the bottle. And he put the bottle down, and that strong black
Oh,
diamond
well, I
couldn't
mean,
breathe.
no panic.
And he fell down, and he took the strangler,
we don't
and
need
Harris
to 4
stand there
o'clock,
with
it
a die,
doesn't
you
matter.
son of a bitch. He said, no, no,
What?
you damn pig. He
I
said,
said
no.
we don't eat till 4 o'clock, it doesn't matter.
He survived, did he?
Yeah, he survived. But I was sure as hell he was going to die.
So what would they do with the eels they caught?
Just catch him for the fun of it.
Just for the fun of it, eh?
And we used to get, oh my
yeah,
father, at
monsters.
that times, you would get eels that long and that big in the round. And white belly fellas, God, they were beautiful.
Well, they eat eels.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah.
I remember one I caught down there by the cave down there in the lake. My gosh, it fought and I screeched and I yelled and I got somebody, men over the mill came over and hollered in for me.
No, we was.
Like Grampie. Okay, we want you over on that chair, Dad.
Oh, I was Dan would come.
No, we need you over there with your medals.
Oh,
And your glass of rum.
And your glass of rum. That fits right in.
I won't be hungry for dinner.
well, you might say I'm crazy. I know I am. But when I was in the battlefield, there was no way anybody would get me to take a drink of liquor.
Really?
I figured my life depended
Depended on you being
And
alert.
there was
Yeah.
boys that they'd come around, eventually we had to go out on a patrol. Your officer would come with a bottle of Black Diamond, and he had an old cup, and he'd pour a cup of it half full of Black Diamond. I always give it to somebody else.
Yeah.
I wouldn't drink it, because I figured my life depended on it.
Yeah. Jeez, we could even I could authorize a rum toddy issue.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Whenever the weather was really dirty and things were going on. Yeah. You could authorize an issue.
So where do you want these, just a second on your back?
That's the other second.
And then you just explain to you like what he did out there, what they were.
Just like there.
So if you could just show each one, Dad, and explain to us what they were for. And maybe where you were when,
Well, these are the ribbons, but you didn't get any medals until you got home. A while after we got home, they were sent to us.
so did you receive all of these at the same time? Did
Yeah.
you receive all of them at the same time?
Yeah, we received all of them at the same time.
So could you hold us up and tell us what each one was for?
Well, this one and this one, these are two British service medals. These two are, and this center one here, that's a voluntary service medal.
Okay.
For volunteering to, to go to fight for your country. And this one star here is the Italian star, and the other one is the 1943-45 star. Anybody that volunteered to go within that period of time.
And what's the bar on your service medal for?
That's your voluntary.
Yeah, what's the bar though?
The bar?
Yeah.
That's to represent your
Number of years?
voluntary. I guess it represents your voluntary service medal.
The Italian one, is that because you went to Italy?
Hmm?
The
the one that you said was
Yes,
Italian.
because
that's
you
went to
you fought
Italy.
in Italy. Anybody that
Yeah.
fought in Italy got the Italian one.
Yeah.
And if you was there before, within 1943 and 45, you got that star.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one here is a British Service Medal. That's your voluntary one, that you volunteered your life to go and fight for your country. And this one here is another British Service Medal.
Mm-hmm. Now, could you tell us when you decided that you would volunteer?
Me?
Yes.
I can tell you. The 15th of October, 1942. I was working on the railroad down here in Pinehurst. And Carl the Roadenizer was a foreman. And anyway, I said, I told Calder that day, I said, tomorrow I'm going, I said, to enlist. Oh, he said, you can't go. He said, we've got to have you. No, I said, the other boys are over there, they're not going over and fight for my life. I said, I'm going over with them. So anyway, that was all right. And before the day was out, up come the roadmaster. And he said, my God, Reg, you can't go. He said, we've got to have you. And they offered to let me go down to the roundhouse in Bridgewater, the big roundhouses there where all the railroad and everything went through, and offered to leave me train for an engineer on the train. And I turned it down. And I went and volunteered.
So, all right, now you volunteered. You're living in New Germany.
Yeah.
Then what happened next?
They sent me from there to
Aldershot.
Yarmouth to take my basic training. Then they, after I finished, I think I had 3 months in Yarmouth, they sent me from there to Aldershot, out here in Kentville, to take my advanced training. And I forget the date, but I think it was out sometime, would have been out in May, okay? That I went overseas. I think it was out in May that I was sent from there, from Aldershot there. I knew I was going over, and I had a weekend home. And they sent me from there overseas, and I landed in England. And they kept me in England until sometime the 1st September of 43. And they loaded up a convoy to go to Italy, but there was 250 of us that were too many to make up to load the troop ship, Canadian troop ship, and they turned to and they put 250 of us on a British troop ship where we wasn't supposed to go at all, and that's how we landed in Africa. And then after we were there in Africa, we was there for about, I don't know how long, maybe it was weeks, maybe it was a month. And one day, along come this fella with these British Montgomery's. It was a shield, white shield, with a big dagger down the center of it. And they come along and started dishing these out to us. And I said, hell with them, we can stick them where they hurt the most. I didn't join any goddamn British outfit. I've joined the Canadian Army, and I'm not going. And then everybody stuck to the same thing. We're not going with any damn British outfit. So then they kept us there in Africa, and we traveled all across Africa, right down to Tunisia, and we was there for about a week. And they loaded us onto a boat, the 250 of us, and I don't know what kind of it was only a damn little bit of a boat, and on the deck they had it loaded with all kinds of supplies, eating supplies, and I was one of them that had to stand guard on the trip across from there to Italy. And starved, we was starved. And anyway, I was I'll never forget it, I was on there, and I was walking around looking at the names of the stuff onto these containers. Jesus Christ, I run across one with spam in it. And I cut the side of the goddamn carton, and I don't know how many cans of spam I ate that night while I was standing guard. Going across Italy. I had a good belly full the time we landed, and we landed over in a place called Toronto. And then from there we worked our way on up into the lines.
So what was it like on the ship going over to England?
Oh, going to England was good. It was only one. We had no escort. It was Empress Scotland. We went over onto one lone boat. We got halfway over. I damn near died for a couple of days being seasick, but we got halfway over, and all at once the boat stopped. She died. And anyway, they made an announcement. They sounded German submarines. So we laid there for, I don't know, a certain period of time. And then they'd start to motor us up, and they'd make a run some other direction. And they'd shut down again. And they did that back and forth for God knows how many times that night. Anyway, they got clear of the submarines, and we finally landed over in England. We was 9 days going across.
Anybody else have anything to ask? Mike?
How long would it normally take to go across to
I
England?
was going to ask the same
Oh,
question.
hell, I don't know. At that time with Queen Mary, I guess it was, I think they used to make it in 3 days.
Yeah.
But on this old Empress of Scotland, all it was cattle boat. And there was 10,000 of us on it.
10,000.
10,000 of us on it.
How long was it when you arrived in England till you went off to Africa?
Oh,
How long was your stay there?
I was in England, let's see, we landed over there sometime the last of May or the 1st of June. And
Staying here.
we went to Africa. That was getting out around last of August or the 1st of September. It's hard to remember what
just
dates.
possibly. Yeah. And then from Africa you went to Italy.
Yeah.
Where'd you
We
land
was
in
just
Italy?
just overnight going from Africa to Italy.
And when you arrived in Italy, wasn't there something you said about a volcano erupted or something? when you
Oh well,
arrived?
that was after I had been in the fighting and come back, and I was on my way home, and that's when Mount Sylvius blew up there. That was a nasty looking thing. And when they loaded us on the boat, that thing there, you could see the lava looked to be about maybe 8-10 feet deep, just rolling down the sides of it, slow, like nothing but fire.
It was in Italy where you went on that mission that you were saying that you went out at night with those other guys, and that's where you like that falls or something. Remember?
Oh yeah, well that was out on a patrol. That was the last night I was in the battlefield.
Explain to Denise about that patrol.
Well, there was a fighting patrol. What they call fighting patrol most times is 25 to 30 men, and it was a damn machine gun nest. Nobody could move. We was between two mountains. We was on the mountain on this side, and the enemy's on the mountain on the other side, and not a great distance between. And this night we was supposed to go in and send us in to try to take out this goddamn machine gun nest that was there on the side of the mountain. And they took us out. And they caught us. We was getting in where we see what was working, try to get in where we could use grenades and like that, but we didn't, never made it. And then they took to shelling us and machine gunning us, and well, everybody on his own get out the best way you could. And I was running down. We had only moved in there that afternoon to take over from the Gurkies. And I was running down, it was like a little stream. And dark and the devil, you couldn't hardly see a fan in front of you. And there was a falls there, and I stepped and there was nothing there. And I went down and over and damn near knocked me out. When I come to, I didn't know just where I was, what way to go. So I stayed there until they come and found me.
How long was that? Like it was
Well, they found me that night.
that night.
Yeah, perhaps an hour or so after that, they come and they found me.
Now, how'd you know it was them and not the enemy that was coming?
Oh, well, yeah, you know that when you hear boys talking to you.
Yeah.
So did you have any injuries? What type of injuries did you have from that when you fell?
He can't hear you, didn't he?
So then they took me back where the company commander was. He had a big cave in the side of the mountain. That was his quarters. They took me in there and made a bed for me to lay down.
Were you injured? Did you have what injuries?
No,
did you
I wasn't injured any more than the fall I took. And I said to Major Rogers, the company commander, I said, how long are you going to keep me up in this goddamn hellhole? Reggie said, I'm sorry, but I should have left you out of here a long time ago. He said, but sometimes you got a man, he said, you think you can't do without. And he said, I'm sorry for keeping you in this long without arrest. Well, that's when they took me out. And the doctor that they sent me to, the doctor said I should have shot the son of a bitch. He said, when I had the first chance I had, anybody keep a man, he said, in there 3 months without arrest. And that's what I was in there. From the middle of November until the 14th day of February, they took me out. You shouldn't be in there over 2 weeks.
How is that
No
right?
man without arrest.
And then they took you to England?
They took me, I went to the hospital there, and I was in what they call the 14th General Hospital for, I suppose 4 or 5 days. Well, then there was an orderly come in, and he said, take you up, said, see the doctor. And the doctor was Major Gould, his name was. And I went in to see him, and he said, sit down with her. And I sat down, I said, first thing I said was, I suppose I got to go back up in that goddamn hellhole again today. No, he said, never. He said, any man, commander, keep a man in the lines that long without arrest. He said, you should have shot son of a bitch. That's exactly what he said. He said, you're going home. And that's my ticket from back till they sent me to England. And I got fed up there in England. Earl Sullivan and I, we were together. And Earl made up his mind he was getting out of there. And Earl and I were working down at Ordnance Depot, making crates to crate stuff up to go to France. And anyway, we went in this afternoon, around 1 o'clock, walked in, and there was a parade on. And Earl was slopping around with his hands shoved in his pockets, and I said, you better pull your hands out of the pockets. There's RSM over there. He can go to hell, he said. Anyway, the RSM let a roar at him. Hey, you, he said, take your hands out of your pocket. Earl never made any attempt to, and he hollered a second. Earl said, go to hell, you rotten bastard. They hollered, seize that man. Anyway, the MPs come and they took Earl, and away he went. And I wondered when I got back to camp, they had a little detention place right alongside the camp where I was staying. And I went in after I got back to see Earl was in the world there. I thought, what the hell is going on? Jesus Christ, they put Earl right on draft for back to Canada. They sent him to Farnborough, and he was on draft right back to Canada. So Reg said, well, I'm not staying here any longer. But what am I going to pull to get out of here? So anyway, I thought it over a few days, and I said, hell, I've been into it before, I might as well go again. I told the sergeant, I said I want to see the company commander. So he sent me in to see him. He said, Kazooie, what can I do for you? I said, I want to go to France. God, he said, I can't send you to France. So I said, I'm not goddamn well not staying here any longer in this damn place. So he said, you'll have to go, he said, to the hospital, he said, for reborn. So the next day, they loaded me into a vehicle and he took me down to the hospital for reborn. And I went in and there was nobody around, only receptionist there by the door, and there was a man, he said, sit down to Phil, he said, doctor will see you after a little. Not a soul around, a big long hallway, and by and by somebody stuck the head out the door, hollered, come on down, Reg. I thought, who the hell was that? Didn't know me. So I went down and walked in. Here was the same doctor that sent me from Italy back to England. And he said, you damn fool. He said, you wanted to go to France. Well, I said, I'm not staying in England any longer. I'll either go to France. I said, something got to give somewhere. He said, you're going to hell home. He said, there's you're going. So we sat there and talked an hour or two that afternoon, him and I. And I went back to camp, and they sent me to Farnborough, where the units always left to go to get on a boat for home. And I went in there, and I was there for the second day, and it was supper time. And anyway, everybody got their mess tins and went out and sat down waiting for the supper bell to go. And I got in a crap game there with a bunch of fellas, and we was rolling dice there. And all at once, big loudspeakers all over the camp. Special announcement, special announcement. The war just ended.
Oh my God.
Boy, now I'm telling you, they was a happy bunch of lads.
Yes. Wow.
But it wasn't like here in Halifax. The war just ended. They opened up all the gates and everything. She was a free for all civilians and everything, buddy. And right on that, the big trucks started rolling in with 10 big kegs of beer and cradles to set them into. And the big parade square was covered with kegs of beer, all free, and opened up the gates for all civilians. And by 10 o'clock that night, if you wanted to walk across the parade square, now you had to do some careful stepping to keep from stepping on somebody.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah,
there's
they had lots to celebrate.
vegetables
That's
up
for
there.
sure.
Huh?
I said they had lots to celebrate.
Yeah.
So how many years were you gone for, Grampie?
Hmm?
How many years were you gone?
Roughly 3.
Around 3?
So Linda was born while you were over there, right?
Yeah.
She was born up
I was
left
in, well, I didn't know anything about it. I was up in, I hadn't had any mail from 1st of October until sometime last January. And I run into Max Findle up in the battlefield. And Max told me he had word from home that we had a young daughter.
Is that where you
Yeah,
were?
That was where I found out today. I had a young daughter. Was
Dr. Cunningham sent a telegram, but he never received it.
never received it. And when I did get I got a bunch of letters. Yeah, mail letters, and this telegram. It was pretty near, it was only a little bit of it I could read because it had been the fire, and the most of the letters, half of it was burnt away, and half of the telegram was burnt away, and must have been the plane fire or something.
Interesting.
Do you need help, Mike, to go somewhere?
I'm gonna go upstairs here in a minute.
Oh, Steve,
How are you, Rich?
not too bad.
Can I help you, Mike? No, no, I'm fine.
Hold your hand still and, whoops,
I think that's the worst part of it.
cool.
So pretty heavy.
The monster chick.
Wow.
Is there all, are they down your
Dad, I'm going to read you a poem that I wrote, and what it says is from the 3 of your girls, all right? It says, Dad, you've always put your family first while handling life's worries and concerns. You gave of yourself, your time, and we sometimes take for granted all the special things you do. And if we spend a lifetime, we would never have enough chances to tell you how much we care. So we want to let you know love will always surround us and bring us pleasure every day. And should someone say, how beautiful, who made that, we will proudly say, our dad, of course. Love your girls, Linda, Joan, and Ann. And that goes with something else we have for you.
Mindy, get over here. Get over here.
This is for you. There's your verse.
Is that the one you got read?
turn it.
These are all sections in your. Remember the day I took these?
Yeah.
You girls, get over here. These are all the things you made. Well, I'm not sitting over here with them by myself. You are. Your girls here.
Mindy,
These are all the things you've made. Remember how you said you wish you had a picture of all the things you did?
The tool bench that you made.
Yeah.
And here's the rod holders. And the quilt rack.
The gate.
The gate to keep my dog in. My step for my clothesline. You didn't know you did so many things. And the shelves that you made. And remember this box you fixed for me? No, you didn't.
That's a
Look at
shelf
the shelf.
you made for me. You probably don't remember that. That's the one you made for
Yeah.
Deb.
Here's
Oh.
Denise's
Denise's
cupboard.
cupboard that you made. That's a
For her
little
doll.
bookcase you made for, well, we all have those. The bigger book cases and.
There's the CD stand that you made.
Gee.
So now Mom is going to start taking pictures of everything you make, and you're to continue putting them in here, okay?
Thanks a million, girls.
No, so we
I
can.
love you all.
Love you too. Oh, we're not done yet, Dad. We're not done yet.
What's that?
Oh, well, you'll have to wait and find out.
I can't
Oh,
see.
we might have to cut that. Maybe it'll
The
fold.
scissors
See
there,
if
Mom?
it'll fold in. Oh, she's got it.
Oh, we got it. Never mind.
Did you get her reading the phone?
And kind of it.
For Christ's sake.
The calendar.
That's his woodworking
Reggie's
calendar.
woodworking calendar.
We're in his workshop. That's to put in your workshop.
Not a good picture.
When you made it.
It goes this way.
When you made
Yeah.
That's my big dog, right?
Okay, so it starts with July of this year and it goes through until July of next year.
Oh, yeah.
And all these are pictures of things that you have made. Okay?
This is where you stand
And Mike
and
did
you
this
might
on the
use it.
computer.
Oh,
So that's to hang in your workshop.
yeah. No,
Okay?
Thank you.
And there's one more. Oh, I guess we could give you your part.
I bet you fell down heaven's good of Father's Day is that.
not yet. Mine's pretty good. I'll have to
That's from.
Mine.
Yeah, you're not to open them. You're to open them together.
So you gotta wait until he's ready. He's looking at his card.
Yeah, Mom will be into hers in a flash.
We don't deserve all you fellas do for us.
Can't see.
That's all right.
Oh, the letters.
Want me to read it?
Yeah, some of the colors didn't.
Father's Day greetings, the best of wishes too, for every kind of happiness that means the
really
most to
nice.
you. Happy Father's Day. Love your girls and family.
And one more.
Okay, Mom, I guess you can
Open
open
yours.
yours.
You can open yours. So you need to get pictures both sides here.
Oh, gee, I don't know.
There must be a cue for me, I guess.
You got it. I hope you've been taking some here.
Oh, Mike, don't take my picture on the camera.
You knew you wanted one. And I found one in a book.
Oh my God, I'm scared.
I know you've been wanting one to put up, so there you go.
This is wonderful.
Granny wrapped the leaf.
Let me see.
And this,
Oh, that's
this was Mom's.
And there's Mom's.
Granny wrapped the leaf.
Nice.
Okay, Dad?
Yeah. Love you all.
We love you too.
You too. Do you wanna see them?
Oh,
Damn old fools.
everybody's allowed. Oh, forgot the other thing.
I doubt that,
Not something else.
you never met Grampie
That is,
Mosher, did you?
Kathleen's
Or Grampie
parents.
for Dewey.
Catherine's parents.
Yeah.
No, Mom
That is
died when
Reg's parents.
young President King.
Yeah. But I mean, Steve,
Fish
really
needs some
know
more.
that. My grandfather had died before I ever started growing up in school.
Oh, I don't know.
Yes, because I was on the board.
That's what I have for you.
Oh my God.
It's funny, it's funny you can see the resemblance.
You will be.
Look at the back of it. Well, she took all those
Isn't
little
that
pieces and put it back together.
Sit over there, Mom.
Isn't that beautiful?
Those are those old Bibles Dad had.
Isn't that something?
And look how she's got that all done.
They've been refinished.
She said, well, you know what that looked like. It was just
I know.
hundreds and hundreds of little pieces, and she picked them all off, and
Just imagine.
there's the other one. All fixed. She does beautiful work.
Beautiful job.
Now in here, there was a color plate that was just roaming around. Like see all these pages here that were all gone? Well, she's redone them. And way back here.
How old would that Bible be?
Well, at one she said she did that.
See, she's reattached this paper. Remember? She said she couldn't get the tape marks off.
She said
but
she'd
it's
never
all
seen
in
a
there.
Bible like that one. Is it this Bible? She'd never seen one
No,
like
she'd never seen one like it. Well, it goes back to 18 something here, but I'm sure there's some
There
other
should be a
ones.
publication date in front of it somewhere.
1896.
Over 100 years old now.
Now, where's that other stuff?
I should get it
There's
in my
the-
family Bible.
Have you got yours?
Well, you remember you put it at the
They left it in the Bible. Just a minute here. So you can look through these after that. But none of this fit in there. It was just laid in there from whatever. And these pages, none of this belonged. She said those came out of another Bible.
Yeah.
So yeah, because remember we looked at it that night trying to. She said there were lots of little critters in here, Dad. There's still some leaves and.
things like that in
There's another piece of paper.
Critters meaning with silverfish and things like that?
Yeah, look here.
Is that what she meant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's that picture?
But-
Well, that was in the Bible.
God, no grant, for God's sake. 1917. Christ, that's the year I was born.
Oh my God, it is 1917.
Yeah.
In this Halifax explosion.
Yeah. I always know, anybody asks me about the Halifax explosion, I can always tell them the year it happened. December 17th.
You should put these out somewhere,
I want to put them right on this
or make a special table or something to put them on, or a little, or if you had a little easel type thing that you could stand them up like
I
this,
thought about
side
it.
by side or something. Would be nice. Now, I asked her about the covers, and she said you don't need to do anything to the covers because
Yeah.
she's completely treated all the leather in
Yeah.
it, and she said you shouldn't
Delivery of
put
the fly
anything
as
on
well.
it. Okay. Now, if you want me to take yours back and just get an estimate on it, Mom, I can do that for you.
Well, I did all mine.
Well, now that I know where to go. But isn't that amazing what she
Yeah.
did? Oh, I just.
It
I
is.
went in there and I couldn't believe it. All those little bits and pieces, but she said she had a new solution that she
Well,
used to
false
help
alarm.
lift the pieces off.
What was on
But
it?
can you imagine the hours with a pair of tweezers?
That's right, yeah.
See my old Bible.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Mom!
And that's got all,
Oh my God, has that ever taken a beating?
yeah, well, that's the first Bible I had when I was married. And it's got all your births and marriages and everything in it.
Well, I can take it down and let her have a look and see what she can do.
I mean, it's not old. Well, it's from 50,
Oh, it's special to
50 some
you.
years.
Well, I'll take it in and I'll get an estimate and then I'll phone
You
you
will
to.
Too
use
much,
that.
I don't want.
No,
Well,
You used to buy more than I
you
did.
gonna take it?
I'll take it and the next time I go to Halifax, I'll phone
My
her and
Bible
see
doesn't
if
look
I
like
can
that.
come in and see
My,
her.
my Bible looks brand new.
Still in the cellophane.
These pictures, Dad, the frames all match what you have over there, so you
Yeah.
could make a grouping over there if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Now, are those the ones that I blew up?
You did those on the computer.
I turned those off.
We took the little picture that I found,
Oh, yeah.
and Mike blew it up on the computer.
Yeah,
But Mom was saying you just couldn't find a picture of them, so when I was
Glenn-
down
Glenn
house
felt like
cleaning,
it was a
I
fond
sat
old
over there
picture
one
you
night
could
and
ask
I
me
went
for
through
us
every
here.
book over there
They
until I
wouldn't even
found
notice.
this picture.
I did
That's
that.
something.
Where's the one that I?
No, you did an excellent
I did
job.
one
I
next
saw the one.
Made a good
Of
one.
your, yeah,
Yeah, you did a great
Ridge.
job.
Well, what blew me
Well,
away?
it's
It's
nice to
amazing.
have that, so you
The
can hang
black
it
and
up.
white.
This
the
thing
computer,
has a stand, but you can take that.
it ends up
rip that
looking
off.
better than the original.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would be nice to have it over there
Was
with
that
all the
original all
ones.
yellowed? And
You might have
Yeah,
to move
there's a lot
those
of
so you
little
can
marks
fit
and
all of them,
stuff.
but I think that would make a nice collection there.
the color, of course, doesn't come out as good as a color photo, but the black and white's I find better than the original.
Hmm? Oh, there.
Well, this has been quite a day. I want to say that,
I'm just putting it in the bag for you.
because that's great to pack around the present.
There.
Oh my God, I wonder how
My
old
God,
that
it's
is.
Oh,
always
my.
covered.
Yeah.
She took a lot of those things out of there, but she said she left, there's a few she left in there.
Measures time that must take.
But she really enjoys doing it.
Does she?
Yeah. But she said she